Hello Plaza Online, a big virtual hello and handshake to everyone joining me today. What an honour to be presenting to you all. Today I'll be going over how you can now utilise the Dante protocol on DiGiCo products. First of all, let's begin with a quick recap as to what Dante is. Audinate's Dante is the de facto standard for digital audio networking and allows users to send uncompressed multi-channel audio via standard Ethernet networks. With near zero latency and perfect synchronization, Dante has been adopted by more pro audio AV manufacturers than any other networking technology, making interoperability easy, reliable, and a true reality. Now, let's explore the options we have at DiGiCo. First of all, I'm going to take you through a quick recap of where we actually came from though, and what different platforms we have available. Then we will have a look at the individual components required to get your Dante system working with DiGiCo. DiGiCo's heritage is in live touring. We have been at the forefront of digital mixing console technology since the release of the D5 back in 2002. In 2007, with the launch of the SD7, DiGiCo became the first digital console manufacturer in the live sector to utilise the immense power and flexibility of FPGA technology. This was the most powerful live mixing console available until its successor, the Quantum 7, emerged onto the market in 2018, increasing the power available threefold. Our experience in this demanding sector means the tools, reliability and audio fidelity of our digital mixing consoles are applied to our different ranges, such as the S-Series and the installation-orientated Fourier 4 mix processing engine. The small format S-Series is our affordable range of mixing console. Whilst they are more affordable, it's important to note that the S-Series offers no compromise on quality, using the same FPGA-based processing and many of the advanced features as the flagship range. The S-Series multi-touch touchscreens, expansion options and local I/O break the mold for small format consoles. We move on to the mix processing engine, the Fourier 4. The compact processing engine provides control, routing and mixing capabilities for up to 4 areas. The 536 by 538 point-to-point matrix allows the routing of any input signal to any output or area. The system includes a range of different I/O. The system also includes a range of control peripherals that can interface over a standard standalone Ethernet network. This provides the infrastructure required to put individual control where you need it. In its simplest form, you could distribute audio to various breakout rooms, areas, and provide each with their own volume control, using one of the control devices we provide, such as the AC1. This is an easy-to-use single rotary controlled programmable wall plate with TFT display. Note there are also 2 larger controllers available for desktop mounting, the AC6 and AC8. Dante compatibility begins with the DiGiCo multi-channel interface module, the Dante 64at96 module. This module connects the console to the world of Dante, providing the control of head amp gain, phantom power and pad controls to the Dante stage boxes. The modules themselves are intelligent, as they allow for up and down sampling of the audio when connecting to DiGiCo. This means no more issues when connecting up to a third-party system running at a different sampling rate to you. The DMI module takes care of this. On the card are 2 RJ45 network ports to allow for redundant connection of a system. All DiGiCo Dante products support network redundancy. A redundant setup sends 2 copies of all of the Dante information, audio, clock, data, control messages, etc. across 2 separate networks. So that should one network fail for any reason, maybe due to a broken cable or a power outage, then audio will not stop flowing through the system. Let's have a look at a live mixing console setup with Dante. I have on screen a Quantum 338 mixing console connected with stage boxes. This desk is currently seeing 224 inputs and 224 outputs. I will now introduce some Dante stage boxes to the system via the DMI modules on the back of the desk. Let's have a look at these brand new Dante enabled DiGiCo stage boxes. First of all, we have the A168D. The A168D is a 4U rack mountable stage box that has 16 mic line inputs and 8 outputs. The plus 48 volts phantom power, gain and pad options are all controlled by the console over the Dante network. Included next to each input is a phantom power indicator. This makes it easy to spot if the plus 48 volts microphone power is enabled on the correct sockets, making setup simple and quick. Now, let's look at a cost-effective installation setup with the S series. Up on screen is an example of an S21 system, consisting of our S21 work surface and Dante-enabled A168D and A164D wall LCD stage boxes. This could be a typical of a cost-effective installation, found in places such as houses of worship to conference centres. This new second stage box is the A164D wall LCD, with intelligent labelling and interrogation SLCDs. The A164D wall LCD is a wall mountable stage box that has 16 mic preamps and 4 outputs. The plus 48 volt phantom power with status LEDs, gain and pad options are all controlled by the console over the Dante network. What makes this particular stage box appealing is the provision of an LCD panel above every socket. This means that each I/O socket on this stage box can have a custom name assigned to it, all set up through the Dante controller software. This would make an amazing addition to any install, where anyone from sound engineers to your part-time volunteers needing to plug a cable in will be able to clearly see where they need to connect it to, thus reducing the chance of patching errors. This LCD strip can also be dimmed with a simple button press, to prevent it from becoming distracting when you don't need to read the labelling. The piece of equipment that can tie the above two systems together is the Fourier 4 mix processing engine. An installation product at heart, we can install this into any building that requires networked audio solutions. Up on screen you can see an example installation, utilising the networked audio I/O and control options. Fourier 4 has integrated networked audio solutions with the A3232 network. 256 inputs and outputs are dedicated across this format. In addition to this, 256 inputs and outputs can be sourced from the DMI slots on the unit. This means you can have access to 256 I/O of 96 kHz audio from Dante. An additional 24 sockets are available for local I/O requirements. The immense flexibility of our solutions can be seen next. On screen we have a Fourier 4 system installed in a performance venue. The performance venue has different breakout rooms, which includes an installed S-series console as well as some Control 6 and 8 devices. These provide control of the audio in their particular rooms. Control 1 devices are installed backstage and in the green room for wall-mounted control of the audio. Dante-enabled stage boxes are installed throughout. These rooms can all be connected to the Fourier 4, meaning any signal can be accessed from any location. Now, the venue has a main room. This hall caters for thousands of people and production-wise, it receives many different formats of mixing platforms. With the Fourier 4 processing engine, we can connect any device being used in that room. Front of house and monitor positions can easily connect to the Fourier 4 and network accessing any signal in the whole venue. Imagine a touring theatre production with a Quantum 7T being wheeled in for a 7-day show. The Quantum 7 can connect to the Fourier 4, meaning the Quantum 7 could now access all Dante I/O sources required across the whole venue. Perfect for linking up backstage areas. Let's now examine a corporate venue. Let's say a conference centre where we have a debate. The Fourier 4 has an inbuilt automatic microphone mixer, or AMM for short. The AMM is perfect for debates or conferences where there are multiple mics open at once. Without the AMM, you'd need an engineer fading up each speaker's level as they begin to talk, or you'd experience high levels of noise and be at risk of feedback. The AMM works by instantly fading up a microphone's level when a person begins to speak. This means that when people are not speaking, The background noise that their microphones are picking up does not cause feedback or add noise. Let's now have a look at some add-on DMI devices. First up is the KLANG Immersive Audio DMI card. Many musicians like to be able to control their own in-ear monitor mix, and the KLANG card, which can provide up to 16 discrete immersive mixes for your band, provides just such a capability. Each musician can be in control of their own in-ear mix via their own Android, Apple or Windows device, running a very intuitive and simple to use KLANG app. And for those musicians who prefer to use a dedicated hardware controller to adjust their mix, watch this space. It's coming. Where the KLANG system really wins over other personal monitor systems is its unique immersive capabilities. KLANG emulates the human ear and provides for a much more natural listening experience with increased clarity. More importantly, it protects the musician's hearing because typically listening levels tend to be around 3 dB lower in a musician's immersive mix compared to conventional stereo. Furthermore, when used as a personal monitoring system, musicians can take advantage of the intelligent mixing feature. Channels can be grouped into different instruments, for example, drums, bass, guitars. If a musician were to turn up the drums for their own mix, this would also relatively turn down all of the other instruments. This further protects musicians' hearing, especially those who may be new to creating their own mixes. KLANG can also be applied to your broadcast or streamed audio, ensuring your stream is delivered to the home in an immersive nature. Most people listen to streams with headphones, which can lead to an unnatural sound, making the user feel distant instead of immersed, and not being part of the performance. The relaxed, natural sound of KLANG makes audiences feel like being part of the production instead of just listening to it. The second DMI card worthy of note is the DMI Automatic Microphone Mixing Card, or DMI AMM for short. As previously discussed, when running a service where there are multiple mics open at once, for instance during a debate involving a number of participants, the addition of this card to your S-Series, SD or Quantum console will enable the desk to automatically control the gains on mic preamps in real time. This dramatically reduces feedback and noise from adjacent microphones. With the DMI AMM, you can process up to 64 speakers and can even operate as 2 independent automatic microphone mixers if you have multiple debates going on at once. Another add-on to consider is the DiGiCo Orange Box. The Orange Box is essentially a 2U format converter that allows you to convert between DMI, DiGiCo multi-channel interface cards. The Orange Box has 2 power supplies for redundancy and 2 slots to accommodate any of our DMI cards. So how does it work? We have slot A and slot B. Let's say you have a MADI interface on your product, but you want to go to Dante. No problem. Just buy a DMI with MADI and a DMI with Dante. Connect them up via the 2 slots and away you go. This means that you can connect and expand your existing DiGiCo ecosystem featuring older SD10 consoles, for example, to a Dante network. So there we have it. The Dante solutions on offer will allow integration across all DiGiCo platforms. For more information on DiGiCo products, please feel free to check out our website, www.digico.biz. You can also contact your local DiGiCo dealer or distributor for further information. We also have a huge range of online content available on YouTube and our social media platforms. DiGiCo is widely accepted as the console of choice, so we went about asking our users why. Check out the hugely popular Locked Up series, where our world-famous users explain their mix process and how they get the most out of DiGiCo products. This is all set in an intimate surrounding with their desk of choice. We have also been running our Ask Us Anything series, where, as the name suggests, our engineers and users take questions from people watching and offer some fascinating insights into their mix processes, and often serve us up with hilarious backstories and of how they got to where they are. We at DiGiCo have also been supporting the We Make Events hashtag campaign. We've been supporting this campaign wholeheartedly. We Make Events is an international movement to highlight that the live events sector urgently needs support from our local governments to survive the COVID-19 crisis. Our focus is to get government initiatives to help the industry back to work, while providing support until it can fully return to work. For more information on how to support this, visit the website up on screen now. I will be staying live now to answer any questions as they have been coming in. So thanks very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to catching up with all of you when we can. Stay safe and please wear a mask.